What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. This week, we're taking a look at none other than the infamous Apple, and we're going to answer the question, is it worth it? So stick around. What is up, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Real quick before we get started, go ahead, smash that like button. Let me know if you're liking my channel, if you're liking the videos I'm putting out, all that great stuff. Like it, smash it, do whatever you got to do. Help me out, help the channel out, all that great stuff. Let's go ahead and hop in. What the portfolio looks like. I've made some changes recently. We're going to get to the Apple thing real quick. As you can see, over the last day, we had a pretty good Friday. I'm filming this on a Saturday. Over the last week, we're up almost 4.5% or $46.14. Over the last month, we're down a little bit, and that's just because Carnival Cruise shot up, kind of crashed, whatever. Over the last 3 months, we're up almost 3%. Over the last year, we're up over 43%, and that's going to be the same all time. And we've invested a total of $760. So if you're just following on the channel, I initially deposited about $430, $440, and then I took that money, I put the majority of it in Carnival Cruise Line, and I've dispersed the rest amongst my portfolio. With that being said, they're each and every week, I'm still depositing $20, and I do have access to fractional shares, so we'll take a look at the portfolio, and it's going to be a little bit different. If you have been following me, I did have the majority of my stock in Carnival Cruise. That has since changed as of this last week. For those that don't know, Apple is doing a 4-to-1 stock split, so what I did was I took $440 from my Carnival Cruise, I then dumped it into Apple. So let's take a look at my portfolio. So as it sits right now, I have my portfolio arranged on total return on my revenue or total return on my stock. So gain, I have a decent amount, almost 10% of my portfolio in Gladstone Investment. It is sitting at $9.53. We're down a little bit. It's like $9, whatever. It's a long-term play. They pay a pretty good dividend. AT&T, we're down almost 14 cents. SLG, we are down. Actually, I take that back. We're up almost 7 cents, and it's got a pretty good monthly paying dividend too. PBA, we are up almost 25 cents on this. I like them, you know, the whole oil industry. I'm bullish on LTC properties. You know, this is going to be senior living. I am in this field. It is phenomenal. There's always going to be a need for assisted living, memory care, long-term care, all that good stuff. We are up 51 cents. With Stag Industrial, you know, they're the ones that are owning these Amazon warehouses. I'm bullish on them as well. I don't have much, just over $12. Actually, $12 is what I put in, and it sits right now at $12.60, and I got a nice 3-cent dividend coming up on that as well. O'Reilly, can't complain here. Love this company. If I could invest in only one company forever and as long as I live, it would be Realty Income. And as it sits right now, we're up $1.80, and it's about 2.5% of my portfolio. I mean, the overall goal of my portfolio and what I plan on doing is, if you're following my channel, I'm investing small amounts, $20 a week. We're going to diversify it. The plan is to get it to where each position of mine is no more than 5 or 10%. Now, as I go on here, and 2 down, Apple is going to be a huge portion of my portfolio. I'm okay with that. They pay a small dividend. It's a good growth stock to have. We'll get more into that. Next is Sanser Solar Senior Capital. This pays a pretty good dividend as well, and I'm sitting at plus $2.66, or 7.10% on that. We'll skip Apple for now. We'll go to Broadmark Realty Capital at $9.85. We're up in this position as well at $4.28. BlackRock Science and Technology. This is a trust. This has some pretty good tech stocks in this as well. We're up almost $6 or 13%. This is another one I want to put more money into. I haven't yet because I'm doing so well in it. I'm looking to average down, not necessarily average up. EPR, I'm kind of on the fence with this one. I know I've seen some people dump this stock. I have no problem with holding on to it. I also don't have a problem with if the price hits, maybe 40 or 45 bucks, I wouldn't mind dumping it as well. I just have one stock of it. I'm up $7.31. Horizon Technology Finance, this pays a pretty good dividend as well. It is, we're up $7.33 on this, and it pays 10 cents per stock. And when I got it, it was at $9.70. It was like a 12% return on the dividend. So I, of course, took it. Next is Carnival Cruise. And if you've been following my channel, you know this used to be my bread and butter. It is no more. Past tense, used to be. I had the majority of my position and portfolio was made up of Carnival Cruise. They keep pushing off, more cruises. They keep pushing everything off to October, November. I mean, it used to be like end of July, early August, they would go back to it. It just keeps getting pushed back, and the swings daily, and with there being no dividends, I'm out on them. I had to dump where I was with them, and I then took $440, rolled it right into Apple. So I did keep 15 shares of Carnival Cruise just in case it does skyrocket back. That way it can lessen my risk. So if it does go to zero, I'm only out, a couple $100. It's not the end of the world. I'm still up in the position, almost 75%. I sold on, I want to say it was Tuesday. Let me see here. Yeah, on the 5th. I sold 32 shares of Carnival Cruise at $13.90, and I bought 47 shares at $8.10. So I basically was able to get a free share of Apple out of it, plus take, the remaining part of my equity and keep it in Carnival Cruise. Again, with Carnival Cruise, we're probably talking 5 years before it gets back to anything relevant, and I'm okay with keeping the position where it is. So with that being said, let's roll back to Apple. So again, I bought them on the 5th. Today is the 8th, so whatever day that was, I think Wednesday. Yeah, I purchased Apple for $441.41. So something that I'm not able to actually get clarity on, and no one has been able to answer this from even the numerous YouTube channels out there, is once Apple does split, let me know if the dividend will remain the same as it is now. So right now it sits at like a point. Yeah, on here it says 0.69. I think on Seeking Alpha it says like 0.87, or it's like 82 cents a quarter. So will that dividend stay the same going forward, or will it be cut in fourths? I don't know. Is that how it was previous? If you do know, let me know down in the comments. I would love to talk more about this, because if it does stay the same, then the dividend return would go from what it is to times 4. So even if it's at 0.70, let's say it's going to be a 2.8% return on the dividend, which actually, I mean, that's huge compared to what it is now. So again, if you do know, let me know down in the comment. I love Apple. I'm recording this right now on an iPhone 7. I have iPads. Everything we do in our lives are revolved around Apple, whether it's phones, computers, AirPods, whatever. I am extremely bullish on this. I don't understand why. I guess, I'm not experienced or anything by any means, but 3 months ago, I don't know why I was not purchasing more of this. And the fact that once this does get split into fourths, it's going to be $120, $115, $110, whatever it's going to be. I think the price is just going to absolutely skyrocket. I think, iPhone release is just right around the corner. It's usually in the fall, whether it's September, October. Even if it gets pushed off to November, this stock is going to be around for a long time. I mean, why wouldn't you want to put more money into Apple? And this is just something, again, it's right now, it's about 40% of my portfolio. I'm okay with it. I love it. I'm extremely bullish on Apple. Again, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. I believe that even Warren Buffett, I think his investing style, I think he has a good majority of his portfolio locked up in Apple as well. So as we look at Apple's stock, Again, on Friday, it got beat up a little bit. It was down 2%, whatever it may be. Over the last week, it's up almost 3%. Last month, over 18%. 3 months, almost 45%. Over the last year, I mean, guys, we're talking during a global pandemic. The stock has already rebounded to what it was pre-beer bug and has grown substantially since. And over the last 5 years, I mean, you're talking over 2.5 times on your money on this stock, and it just continues to climb and continues to grow. Why wouldn't you put any money in this? I mean, again, with fractional shares available, this could be something too, where like if you were only going to invest in one stock for the rest of your life, why not Apple? We know it's going to be around. They're going to continue to make phones. They're going to continue to make great technology. Everybody loves Apple. It's extremely user-friendly. I mean, if you don't know how to work an iPhone, I'm sorry, you probably shouldn't be doing a lot of things. But again, if you don't know how to work an iPhone, I used to work for AT&T, and the amount of seniors that can work an iPhone because of the one button, it's extremely simple. It's extremely, very user-friendly. It's very simplistic. It's secure. It's safe. All that great stuff. So Apple, again, we know is going to be around for a long, long time. As we look over here on Seeking Alpha, we can even take a look over the last 5 days at 4.5%, 6 months, almost 40%, 5 years, 284%, 10 years, 1,096%. So it's an 11x multiple on when they first came in over 10 years ago. That is just ridiculous. And all time, obviously, doesn't have it before then. But when we look at their growth, year over year, they're up over almost 6% in revenue. Again, with a global pandemic at hand, and it shut down the entire world for months. And some people still aren't working, and Apple still continues to grow in light and in lieu of everything that has happened. So again, I can't stress it enough. I am going to try and buy as much as I can of Apple. Again, I want to be safe and secure and defensive in a lot of my portfolio, but if you have one stock or a couple stocks you want to invest in, I would say Realty Income and Apple. But if you just have one that you only want to invest in, Apple's the way to go. Let me know again, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to do it for this week's video, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, smash that like, subscribe. Gotta subscribe. Help me grow this channel. I think I'm sitting right now at 18 subs, but I wish you all the very best. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy the beautiful weather while we have it. Happy trading to you, and let's get after it next week. Thanks again.